Well, let's bring in Julia Seymour from Sky News Weather. Good morning to you, Julia. So more wet weather on the way for New South Wales, Queensland, much of the eastern parts of the country.
Good morning, Janie. Yes, it is going to be an absolute weekend washout. We're expecting heavy downpours, possibly severe storms, and plenty of these dark, gloomy skies like you can see right behind me in Parks that are going to be keeping us firmly indoors. And it's no wonder if you check the satellite, because we've been watching this cloud cover sweep all along the east of Australia, really pushing down into Tasmania. So if we look at the radar, we have been seeing plenty of action sweeping from Victoria up into New South Wales and also pushing into Queensland as well. So in terms of totals, in the past 24 hours, we've really been filling up our rain gauges. Looking at Wagga Wagga, 18 millimetres in the gauge, Griffiths 13, Forbes nudging 35 millimetres. Meanwhile, Dubbo looking at 29 millimetres and Coonamble 41 millimetres in the gauge. It has been very heavy. Even Sydney and Wollongong looking at 45 and 46 millimetres there. So if we look ahead to the rest of today, this deep low pressure system that we're going to be watching right here is going to combine with a series of troughs and keep this wet weather really pummeling the east and south of the country. So anywhere in those red shaded regions that you can see sweeping along the south of the country, that's where we're going to see our highest accumulations. Now we do have a chance of storms continuing throughout the day for the southeast. So anywhere in this red shaded region is where they're most likely to strike. And as you can see from the clock above me, that is going to continue throughout the day and into the night as well. Now, a severe weather warning for heavy, locally intense rain and damaging winds is now in place for Tasmania for this evening, anywhere in this yellow shaded region. That low pressure system we mentioned before, it's going to deepen as it starts to move south and combine with an associated trough, really moving steadily across Tasmania, and that's going to be keeping those storms and rainfalls continuing. We could also see some possible flash flooding there as well. Now, if we jump back onto the mainland, we do have a warning now for New South Wales as well. An unstable air mass is really producing severe thunderstorms all along inland areas of the northwest slopes and plains. So we're going to be watching areas like Orange, Moree, Parks and Dubbo for that heavy rain. But let's make our way up the coast now, because it's not just New South Wales and Tasmania that's being affected. Anywhere in these red shaded regions, again, are going to be our highest accumulations as we push up into Queensland as well. With all this recent rain, we've been watching for possible flash flooding. So anywhere in the green, that's where we're going to see our minor flash floods, and anywhere in the orange is where we're watching for moderate flood warnings. So with our huge rain totals expected today, we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this. Now, Queensland, like New South Wales, we're also going to be watching for storms today. Again, if you're in the red shaded region, that's where they're most likely to strike. But as you can see, Janie, they're very widespread, stretching all across the top end of Australia and even pushing down into Western Australia as well. So if you take a look around the nation at what we can expect to see today, we're looking at a possible 40 millimetres for Brisbane as they head to a high of 27 degrees, 35 millimetres for Sydney. Chance of storms as well, 24 for your top, but you're going to need an umbrella if you're in Melbourne and Hobart as well. We are expecting those heavy downpours, 25 for your high in Adelaide, also seeing some showers, but Perth really bucking the trend here, heading to a top of 30 degrees. That's 5 degrees above their monthly average. Sunshine and blue sky is expected there.
Yeah, a lot of nasty weather, our last day of spring. Thanks so much, Julia.